When I first came here, the school was, I can say, in a dilapidated state because we only had 2 blocks of classrooms which were professionally built. And the rest of the remaining, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks which were built by community members then in the early 70s. And it was not an appropriate structure.
We have been assisting a number of local schools, especially with extra classrooms. One of the observations we made right from the beginning was overcrowding in classrooms, which negatively impact the teaching and learning environment. So we wanted to provide more classrooms so that at least a ratio between the learners and the teacher should be an acceptable rate.
The office that we had then, it was very, very little space inside. The heat of the sun, when it is hot, it was unbearable in that office. You couldn't even have a place where you can communicate something confidential with any person who comes in. The school was once blown out by wind. The repairs that were made left much holes on the roof. Upon my arrival here, I found the situation like that. The only thing that I did, I wrote to head office of Implats. That's when for the first time I got a call from the mine inviting me to come to them.
We decided to assist Tsago Primary School with an extra block of 4 classrooms, which are furnished and well built.
One was very impressed during one December holiday, I think it was in 2016, the officials of the mine invited us and the entire SGB to a meeting where they said we will be discussing the implementation of a project in the school. To me, it was wonders. And I remember we had a meeting in that block where we engaged with the mine officials together with the representative of our local chief, and they said they brought the intention to us together with the departmental officials. It was one of the happiest moments of my being here in this institution.
We then entered into negotiations with the Department of Basic Education to see if we cannot have a joint venture. They agreed. We then had a rent-to-rent partnership with the department, which enabled us, instead of doing 1 block, but to also add a block of admin. We entered into a formal procurement process, and we appointed a local construction company to build, which built from the beginning until the end of the project.
We tried here and there, maybe we can get something to build till we get this opportunity in 2016 of building the crash, community crash at Venarshoek village.
Our belief is if at a foundational level they get proper education, that will allow them to go all the way to secondary school and to post high school level well. So we are focusing right at the foundation. Our main focus is at a primary and a crash.
So they demolished that structure, which was already affected by the wind. They demolished another structure which was here, and in their places they erected a 4 classroom block and an administration block, a place which we never had before. Remember, in terms of the previous situation, teachers had no place to sit and plan for the work that they have to do. Today, as I'm speaking, we are a staff of 19 educators, and we are still expecting 2 more educators to join us so that we make a full complement of 22 educators. So imagine the rest of the 22 educators squatting in classes instead of being a place where they can have a table, sit on the table, plan their work there, do everything that is required of them. Currently, we are having a very spacious staff room, whereby all educators are accommodated therein. They can work easily there. They can have their laptops where they can design question papers for the learners. They have everything.
From time to time we visit the school. We go to classrooms. There is still a need of another block because of the quality when it comes to teaching. Most of the local communities, they take their kids to the same school. So the number of kids is very, very high. They are in need of more classrooms.
First and foremost, it has even attracted the learner population who are enrolling at this school. The learners who are now housed in those classrooms are sitting very well because they also provided us with furniture. And it is now conducive for them to learn.
We would like to assist them with books. And we have some of the learners that are coming from poor background. We are in the process of getting a sponsor. We can buy uniform, shoes and other stuff for learners that are in need of those.
The block is well ventilated. When it is summer, we are able to open the windows, fresh air comes in, learning is conducive. In terms of results, it has contributed positively, but it found a foundation because of commitment from these educators that we have. The corps of educators that we are having are such that they are committed to make sure that learning is every day effective.
To be honest, it has been performing very well, even before we built the structures. We are hoping that with time they will even do better than they are currently doing, because now the environment is very conducive for the learning and teaching.
So the availability of this facility has boosted the morale of the educators in that they want to always be in class, performing their duties, and as such, learning has improved tremendously.
Very appreciative, very positive feedback that we are getting from the beneficiaries, especially parents of the kids that are attending the school. We also got a positive feedback from the community structures that are responsible for the entire area.
This building offers such an opportunity for the school community. The space is sufficient. I work well inside. And since I occupied this space, I feel like I'm a principal of the school, unlike before.
Annually, we are helping the secondary schools now. We have winter school for matric students, where we take kids from the local secondary schools who are doing matric, put them at 2 centers. We then get people who are experts when it comes to educational matters to give them extra classes, especially during the winter holidays. And on top of that, we also go every year, we visit all the secondary schools to tell them about our bursary opportunities, about learnership opportunities that the mine is offering, and most importantly, encourage them to concentrate on education. We received a request from the affected community. They have been operating a creche, but using informal houses. So there was a need of a properly built house with a little bit of extra rooms for the kids to sleep, for the kids to study, for the kids to eat. So we built the creche as a result of the request from the community and the chief in the area. They are benefiting very greatly because they are receiving the grants from the Department of Social Development. With them occupying an informal structure, their grant was very, very limited. The requirement from the Department of Social Development was they need to have a more properly built creche, and that was going to result in the amount of the grant going up. So they are now receiving more money from government, with which they take care of the learners.
When we do a community project, we mainly look at people from the community because it is part and parcel of job creation on the other side. So if an opportunity comes available, then we look at the unemployed, then we provide them with some sort of job so that they can have something on the table at the end of the day. I'm confident our combination is very, 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 very good. That's why that crash ended being a success.
At the beginning, the school was not, we don't have any classes. We are using the shack for the learners and the tent. And after that, the government gave us only one block. Now we are having 2 blocks and the toilets. Marula Platinum was the one who's building that toilet. They told us they were going to give us before the end of this year.
Very positive feedback that we are getting from the beneficiaries, especially parents of the kids that are attending the school. We also got a positive feedback from the community structures that are responsible for the entire area.
My wish was to make sure that this institution develops from the state where it is to be a learning center of excellence. And this is one of the serious milestones that Implats has contributed.
Fortunately, some people from the mine, they've seen that opportunity. That's why they have provided that opportunity to the community. So it's really helpful.